Hello, and welcome to another episode of With Love from My Kitchen, from Beyond the Grave, where we do a recipe taken from this cookbook that was given to me by my deceased mother. Today, the recipe that we're going to do is actually on the other side of the recipe we did the other day. So it looks like this, right? This is the one we did the other day. This is the other side of it. Figured we might as well get this out of the way. So this one is just beef and broccoli stir fry. We also make this one all the time, so it isn't just that it's spilled through from the other side. I could make this without the recipe. You cannot make it without the recipe. So here we go. Screenshot it if you want. I'll give you a close-up in just a minute. Let's get to cooking. So here's another close-up shot of the recipe itself. You can see I actually wrote this one. See, there's my name right there. That was kind of the intention of this book, was that my mom put her recipes in it. She had some of her friends put their recipes in it. And I've added some things to it over the years. So this is the basic of it. Sometimes I add in other stuff like carrots or, I don't know, water chestnuts, baby corn, whatever you might have, whatever you want to put in it. But this is a good place to start. And here we have all of our ingredients. The recipe calls for 4 cups of broccoli florets, and I have no idea what that means. So I usually just get 3 crowns, but for some reason I only have 2. However, I happen to have baby corn and carrots, so I'm gonna add those. So the first thing we wanna do is get our rice started, because that's gonna take the longest time. And if you're not using a rice cooker, why? Why? And why is Naruto, who's known to eat loads of ramen, on the side of my rice cooker? Some things we will never know. Use a rice cooker. And always rinse your rice. So I use 2 of these of rice, 3 of these of water. Hit the button. It'll be perfect, I promise. As you can see, the vegetables have been cut. And yes, I did wash my ding-dong hands before I cut those. I also washed my ding-dong hands after I cut up the meat. And I cut them using kitchen shears. That is very hard to say. Highly recommend using these instead of a knife if you don't have those already. So this is just a little concoction of cornstarch, water, and garlic powder. And what we do is dip the meat in, coat it, and pop it into hot fryer. And then just cook it until it's as done as you want it. So once you've gotten the meat to the desired doneness that you want, I mean, it's beef, do what you want. And just as an aside, I do just use the stir fry strips, but I cut them. I mentioned cutting them using the kitchen shears. I cut them into like bite-sized pieces. But anyhow, once they're done, set them aside in a bowl, put in the rest of the oil. I usually keep the oil out just because sometimes I feel like I need a little more. And then, extreme close-up, you take your vegetables and you put them in. Same pot. Sorry, vegetarians, this is not vegetarian. Ooh, trying to escape. All right. We'll deal with that later. All right, so stick these guys in here. Oh, my carrots. I nearly forgot the carrots. They weren't on the cutting board because I happened to actually have some that were pre-shredded, and I thought, why the heck not? All right, so put these in, stir them up, and we're just gonna like stir fry them. I usually do also add a little bit of water, and then I put the lid on, kind of turn the heat down a little, just kind of check on it. You want it to get like whatever kind of tenderness you want it. So this part just is kind of up to your discretion. You want to add more oil, you want to add more water, you want to have it more done. It's all kind of up to you. So We'll come back when this is done. Okay, are we ready for the big reveal? Dur, dur, dur. That was hot. Whew. Now you can't see the big reveal. Look at these beautiful vegetables. I think they are perfectly done. And I'm going to wipe off your lens. So now we're just going to add the sauce. So this is just a mixture of brown sugar, soy sauce, cornstarch, and some ginger. The measurements are kind of, I would say guidelines. Add what you like. Then we put back in the meat. Stir that up. Let it cook for about 2 minutes or so, just getting all those flavors in there. And then we serve it over rice, which look, rice is done. Now it's just sitting there warming. Isn't that nice? All right, let's see what it tastes like. Well, here's the final product. I think it turned out really well. Rice is perfect. The vegetables look great. And you could argue, I know it's not really a stir fry. I don't have a wok. Does anybody want to send me a wok? But I like it. It's really good. This is another meal that I like. One of my children will eat and my husband will eat. So again, it's a win. Not a recipe from my mom, but a recipe from my mom's book. So thanks, Mama. See you next time.